loud. We are recording. It is November 6th, Thursday, November 6th, 12:32 p.m. We are calling to order this meeting of the Superintendent Search Steering Subcommittee. Here it is.
Pardon me.
All good. I'm gonna read the chair's statement real quick. This meeting is being recorded by the Superintendent Search Steering Subcommittee. If any other persons present are also recording, you must notify the chairperson at this time. I don't see anyone else recording. There is no one besides myself and Mayor DeSorger in the room. And there is no one else on Zoom. There's not a waiting room, so people would just pop in if they decided to join. Okay, great. I'm Stacy Sexton. I'm here.
Ginny DeSorger, I'm here.
And Childs, I'm here.
Great, thank you. That is all of the members of this steering subcommittee. So we are called to order now at 12:33. There is no public currently present to comment. So motion to just start, like, we're just going to move past that. And if public appears, then we'll take their comments as needed. Did folks get a chance to read through the October 16th and October 23rd minutes?
Yes, and I move to approve the subcommittee minutes for both October 16th, 25 and October 23rd, 25.
Thank you.
I'm going to abstain.
Okay.
Only because
would you rather that we give you the time to read them before they get approved?
Or you two can, but I have to read. I didn't have time to read them.
That's okay, but just do you have a preference so that you actually get a chance to weigh that you're not?
I'm okay with the two. I imagine there's okay, sure.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor? Well, I actually think we have to do a roll call. Member Child is an aye. Member Sexton, I'm an aye.
And I'm abstaining.
Member DeSorger is abstaining. The motion passes. The minutes are approved. Thank you. Now we're going to hear an update on or just give an update quickly on the community needs survey and screening committee outreach. Just as a note to the public, anyone who may watch these in the future, we did extend the deadline for both the survey and submitting your letter of interest or your brief paragraph of interest to Sunday, November 9th, 11:59. And we'll be looking at those on Monday, November 10th, pretty early. So please try to get them in. If you have any interest in serving on that, you can find more information on the school website under the superintendent search page. I think the link to it is on that top banner there, so folks can get it.
Yeah. Could I ask you something about that?
Oh, yeah.
First, how many people do we have? The other day I looked and it was like about 14 or 15. Is that right? We have a few people now.
Yeah.
And do they list by category?
We will be able to glean that when they talk about their relationship with the schools.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how many folks do we have now? Oh, there's a person with a hand up. Is that right? Judy?
No,
Does Judy?
Sorry, that's our mouse.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Wow.
But I will be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure. I did not get a chance to check this morning.
Oh, okay.
We have 17 responses with 15 names, which is a bit weird. So I don't know how that works.
Okay.
Oh,
thanks, Ian.
Well, I guess needless to say, if you don't put your name in the letter of interest, we cannot consider you because we do not know who you are. So just if that was you, you're welcome to go back and submit a new one, or I don't know, I think the edit might be available. Like you can alter your prior response perhaps. Either way, thank you for those questions though. And I can get a better update and definitely have like a summary of that available before Monday. So, okay. Great. All right, and now we have a brief report from Judy Pellucci of the New England School Development Council regarding the results of the applicants for the superintendent position, as well as a general update about the focus groups and sort of a like the beginnings of a debrief about that effort, and sort of what our next steps are with that.
Okay, well, I'll start by saying that there has been a reasonable amount of interest in the position. So there's still about a month left for people to submit an application. But already we have 12 who have at least started the application process. 6 are complete. And usually we see the most people apply in the 2 weeks before the deadline. And so we still have time for that. So that's a good sign. For the surveys, we only had 13 as of yesterday. And so I'm hoping that we can have more. Usually there's, for a city of your size, 80 to 100. So, and so there's not a lot of time left. So I'm hoping that you might be able to use social media and other means to reach out to people to fill those out. In some places, they've done things like actually gone to the senior center and had people, with laptops in front of them and told them how to get on, and people all do it all at once. So there's different ways you might be able to get groups of people to do those. One thing I have found, though, and the focus groups were not particularly well attended. The administrative focus group was very well attended. There were about 20 people at that one, and the others were less well attended. But despite that fact, we're definitely seeing certain themes emerge as consistent across different groups of people and different conversations. So that's a good thing. We'll be able to write up a candidate profile that is, I think, speaks to different stakeholders in the community. So in order to get that candidate profile done for the 12th, if the survey closes at the end of the day on Sunday, I'll work on drafting that on Monday and Tuesday. And I'm hoping that I might work with one of you to look over my, just the writing and whether it makes sense before it actually goes to the school committee. So I don't know if one of you wants to volunteer to look that over, and then I will submit it by I know Tuesday is a holiday. I don't know if that's a problem, if I can submit it by the end of the day on Tuesday to you, or send it directly to school committee members. I don't know how you want me to handle that.
Yeah, if you can get it to us, I can make sure that it gets out to the rest of the committee as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. And what time are you meeting on Monday?
At 11:30.
At 11:30. I probably will not have had enough time to truly draft something by then.
I understand.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted just like feedback about the main bullet, like the headers and the
Oh, that might
the
be,
main
I might
drafts.
be able to get that to you by 11:30 on Monday.
Happy to review some bullet points about what it would include and what it would say.
Yeah, might be
If
useful.
that's something you'd be interested in. Great.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Okay. And so I think at this point, that's all I have to report. I just pulled up your timeline, and it looks like, it's tight getting that done, but not impossible. So we can have that done by the 12th. And then if you have your your group look at the screening committee, we'll be in good shape to then have the school committee appoint those people before they meet. So that's the other question I had. Were you on your meeting on Tuesday on the 12th on Wednesday?
Yes.
Will you also be appointing your screening committee members?
Yes.
Okay, great. Oh, that's terrific. Okay. All right, that's good. So we are right on schedule then.
Great. Do you mind if I open the floor up, Judy, for any questions from folks?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Anything about either the community outreach effort and the community needs assessment or the applicant pool for the position?
I guess my question is, because we didn't have the best turnout at the focus groups, but because you've done this before in other towns, though we didn't have quantity of people responding, in terms of quality of responses, are we able to balance out?
Oh, I think that's a good question. I think the quality was exceptionally good and the consistency too, about what was most important to people. So I think that quality was very good. And I still, by the way, need to interview individually all the school committee members. And so that will add another layer there before it's actually complete. Do you have
Sign up for a time?
Yeah, do you have the signups yet? So I want to make sure I'm available during those times.
I had sent the sign up sheet out to the members. And did you remember receiving that?
I did receive it, and then I remembered, oh yeah, when I got it, I didn't know what my schedule was looking like those days, and now I do. So I'm like literally in my day planner right now looking to schedule.
You know what? I'll take it. I will take it. If you sign up right now, I will give you a bonus prize of 1 gratitude.
No, ideally too, ideally if we can get it on Monday,
Especially
I'd have the
interested.
data early so I could really be working on that write-up for Tuesday.
Let's see, what time are we meeting on Monday? At
Well,
11:30. Do you think we'll be done by 2 o'clock so I can sign up for that slot?
She's busy. She's busy in the afternoon on Monday.
Yeah,
There's a
but
2 to 3.
Yeah.
so do you think we will be done discussing and deliberating by the, I would think we'd be done by 2, don't you think?
I would hope.
Well, if anything, this will incentivize us working
We will.
quickly.
I'll definitely
Efficient.
block out that time. Um,
Okay, I just had to go copy paste my email address because I do not want to typo that. Okay, I'm signed up for Monday now.
okay, good.
Sign up for Monday
Mhm.
in the afternoon.
Monday, yep, Monday at 2 p.m.
But I thought she was busy in the afternoon.
Busy.
Oh, I have a meeting at 3 p.m. in the neighborhood. I'm on my condo board at 3 p.m. But one-on-ones should not take that long because, it's one-on-one rather than a whole conversation with a
Oh,
bunch of people.
oh wait, I just
I
realized that
can-
I cannot actually do Monday at 2, so
Oh,
womp womp. Sorry about
I
that.
can-
I will go ahead and grab a Tuesday day.
I
Okay.
also relinquished Monday at 9 a.m. because we already had our one-on-one during one of these focus groups with no attendees. So
I did too. I've signed up on Tuesday.
okay. Okay, so in the Tuesday ones, I'll just need to be done by 3 o'clock.
Are they like on a Zoom? Judy?
We could either do Zoom or telephone.
Okay. And are you setting that up? I don't know how to set them up.
Once I get the information, I could set them up. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, thank you so much for reminding me. I had totally blipped on that because I meant to schedule.
Okay. All right. That was a fine detour, but are there any other questions from folks about anything? Great.
Great.
Of course, if like one comes to you at a time that is not right now, because sometimes that's when questions come,
Yeah.
just email them or text them
Okay.
or
Mhm.
call me and we'll
Okay.
we can answer questions as they come up. Okay. So I think then based on that there is some sort of like to do for the remainder of this survey effort. And then Judy, last night you had mentioned a little bit about a potential willingness to do like one last hurrah of a virtual effort. Is that something that you still think is worth time?
Or you know what? It seemed to come out last night that there may be, they kept mentioning a certain person in town who knows a lot about what's going on in the schools. If you wanted me to add another interview, for example, or to try to get an additional perspective, I'd be willing to do that as long as I could fit it in, because there's not a lot of time left. I'd be willing to do that. I don't remember who the person's name was that they mentioned. It was part of I think, a youth group in town.
Oh yes, it was the Twice as Smart folks.
Yeah,
I am blanking on her name.
yeah.
Gloria
mean,
Matlock.
Gloria, yes. Thank you, Mayor.
If you think
Gloria
it would
Matlock.
be useful for me to reach out to her for her perspective, or anybody for that matter, if there was somebody in town government or anything like that, that would be city government, that would be useful. I don't mind doing that just to get an additional perspective.
Has someone reached out to Gloria to give her the information about the search committee itself?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I know she's really busy, but
Yeah. This is the thing. I think it's hard. I think it was hard to get this information out to people because we were all getting information out to people on something else. Like there's a saturation point that people have. And I imagine that there's people like Gloria that don't know that we're getting, that don't know that we're searching for a new superintendent. I just left something where people are like, oh, we're getting a new superintendent. Although it's uppermost in our minds because we're on this search committee. It's amazing what people don't know. And it's a big thing in the community. But you couple this with what we were just trying to get people to know that there was an election here. That it actually happened this week, so I think it's difficult just to get that into the hands of people so that they know what's happening. That's all. So I think that there's many people who, there's just so much room in people's heads for information. Like we're conscious when we put things out on the webpage of what you're going to be able to get into the human brain, or what we put out on a page so that people can absorb it. I think the school is different. It's all on a school calendar too. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't really know. But so I worry that everybody doesn't know, but you know,
I mean,
the people that will know will hopefully make a good choice.
perhaps, I think that there's also room for other options, as in, you know, would you like to sit out on the common with me and tell people about the survey and
Right
do
now
some of
for,
that?
you know, like, yeah, different community members now. Library focus, planning board, parking commission, you know, there's civic leaders, planning, zoning,
Yeah.
whatever. We have a few more days. It's
Good.
Thursday. It's Thursday. It's okay. It's Thursday to Sunday.
Friday, Saturday,
Sunday, Monday. Thursday,
and-
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, and
Usually people will actually do it within a day after getting notified or hearing
Yeah.
about it again. Like they're
Good
not going to
Judy.
do it 3 weeks from now. It doesn't take that
Right.
long. So
yeah, and you know, I think it was. I, you know, talked to some folks as they were coming out of the polling place and was like, hey, did you know that there was a superintendent search? And it was kind of mixed. Some people said, no, I had no idea. Some people said, yeah, I knew something about, I knew that it was happening, but didn't really know about it. And some people knew a little bit more than that, but it was good to just be like, take this survey, you know, pull it up right now, and then you can do it at the next time you're bored, you know, waiting for something. So yeah, I think that those kinds of efforts can be really worthwhile, but we
Okay.
can do what we can do.
mhm.
But thank you. Okay, then our next meeting is Monday at 11:30, where we will actually be reviewing the letters of interest that have come in. You members right now are free to review them as they are coming in so that it's not so much of a burden on the last minute. And I think that,
Quick question.
yes,
Would anyone be opposed to me linking the form to sheets so that can look at all of them on one page?
I've got no problem with that.
Okay,
Yeah, I
I'm
know
clicking.
I don't know what you mean, but it sounds wonderful. Not like a Google Sheet, like.
Yes.
Yes, with forms, it'll
just-
automatically put in, so it's like a spreadsheet where everybody's got their own line of it and all of the responses are together.
I looked at it, but I just had a question because I think there are people who could fit into more than one category,
Yes,
right?
and that will kind of have to be the case. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, happy to like have people up who can
Okay.
represent multiple things. But I think another thing is just like this group of folks. Yes, we want them to come in because we think like we might choose them because we think that their individual perspectives or ideas are good and worthwhile, and that is true. And I think there is something to that. And I would like to get folks who can keep in mind a broader perspective and be able to advocate for what the community wants and what we're hearing come out of whatever comes out of the survey and what we heard from the students that, you know, sat down and thought about these questions, you know, that sort of thing. So being able to advocate for what's good for Greenfield, in addition to bringing their own flavor to reviewing folks. Anyhow, that's enough of me editorializing. The next thing that I've got is a motion to adjourn. It is 12:56, so I feel like we're right on time. Is anything else before we proceed? Any new business or last minute business?
Just last minute thing I'll say at the top of the responses now for the form, if you go over from questions to responses, there's a little Google Sheets icon with view in Sheets. If you click that, it'll pull up a spreadsheet of all of the responses, each person their own line.
Perfect.
Could you say that again?
So
Say
if
that
you
one more
go, Oh, sorry. If you go to the survey for collecting screening committee members and hit
Mhm.
responses, near the top, right above where it says individual, there's a little green icon for Google Sheets and it says view in Sheets. If you click that, it will open up the answers in spreadsheet form where every person is their own row and there's a locked row at top for what the question was. And yeah, and if you need like the specific link to that, I could just go ahead and send that specific link to both of you now.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
email is going out momentarily.
Thank you very
She's
much.
good with all of that. She's very good with that.
Yeah.
You're clever, Ian. Very
I
clever.
just really like computers.
So good.
They're neat devices.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right, so we need an actual.
Oh, I'll move to adjourn.
Great,
I'll second.
great. Thank you. All in favor?
Ah,
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Unanimous. It is 12:58 p.m. Thanks, everyone. I'm gonna stop the recording.